Hi, this is Nadine Ball behind the camera, and I'm just verifying that I am watching Mack do his presentation. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Mack Ball, and today I will be talking to you about my senior project. So how I decided what I wanted to do, I was sitting at home one night around the kitchen table thinking about what I wanted to do for it, and I looked at my dad and I said, "Hey Dad, what should I do for my senior project?" And he said, "Mack, you should build something that you're going to look at for the rest of your life and be proud of it and proud that you did it." So, and with that being said, my interest in welding has already been going for about 2 years now, and I've already taken welding through my junior year and now into my senior year, just about done with it. So after I decided what I wanted to do, I met with my mentor for the first time at Fleet Pride, and we talked about how we were going to sketch it out and how we were going to build it, and we made a materials list. And for the cost of the whole thing, it was about $110 to $120, where the metal was about $60, and we bought that at South Co Metals, just down the road. And the wood was about $20, and the stain was about $7, and we bought that at Lowe's. And the tailgate was bought for $10 and a box of pizza from my dad's cousin. Now I'll tell you a little bit about my mentor. His name is Mike Rhodes, and he works at Fleet Pride Truck and Trailer Parts, as well as my dad. He's a pretty great guy. He's funny. Always had this one saying that said, "Measure twice and cut once, so you don't mess up." Now I'll tell you about my paper and a little bit about the history of welding. It was invented in 1885 by a man named Elihu Thompson. And now flash forward into the future about 30 years. Another man named Sir Humphrey Davy invented a battery-operated tool to produce an arc between carbon electrodes. And an electrode is how the current gets from the source to the metal, making the weld so you can fuse the two metals together. And there's three main types of welds that you can use. And that's GMAW, which stands for gas metal arc welding, and that's what I used for this. And that's usually used for projects like this and quick builds. Then there's GTAW, which stands for gas tungsten arc welding, and that's more precision work that's used for more lighter metals like aluminum, and that's used for making stadiums and big buildings and stuff. Then there's SMAW, which is more heavy duty stuff, and that's used on construction sites and stuff. Now about the design, we built the frame first, like the frame of the whole thing, and then we built the seat part, where you cut all the wood pieces to the exact length that they're supposed to be, and we screwed them down and put the finish on them so it looks real nice and smooth. Before we built this, we had some test welds, and this is like this. Like this is the GMAW and this is the GTAW. And so now a little bit about my future with what I want to do with welding. I would like to go to the College of Eastern Idaho here in town. I've heard it's a great school. I've already done a tour of it and checked out the welding class in it. And welders make a pretty decent pay. That's pretty good. They make about $18 to $100 an hour, and I think that's pretty good. And that's pretty good to support a family and have probably a pretty decent house and maybe even a dog. And I even plan to make future projects just like this one, because I enjoy welding. It's one of my favorite hobbies to do, and I think everyone should learn how to weld at least once in their life. And once you do, I guarantee you'll get hooked on it, because it's just so fun. It's just a little hot. And the last thing I'll tell you is this whole bench took me about 12 hours to make, and if I was getting paid $18 an hour for that, I would make about $216, and I think that's pretty good for like a day project like this. But unfortunately, I was not paid for making this, and that concludes my presentation. Thank you.